Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles, and this is another episode of Charles Snyder Raw. It's unscripted, unfiltered, and for the most part, unedited as well. What's on my mind? That's what I talk about in these videos. What's on my mind is the conversation I had with this fellow that I mentioned in the past few videos, that he was really apprehensive about getting in front of the camera. He wants to be a photographer and or videographer. He's working a job that he isn't really happy about. Just to give you a real quick recap, if you've been following along, and he's really apprehensive about doing, just getting in front of a camera and talking. And I think a lot of that has to do with, the false expectations that a lot of people, they don't like getting up in front of a crowd and talking. They don't like getting in front of a camera and talking. But it's essential for business now to have video with your associated with your your business, and it's really an important part of your marketing, your brand building, and essentially sales, because people connect with people. That's why your visage needs to be on video so people can see you, so they can get to know you. And I think another thing is that falls into the whole false expectations thing is people think that you have to be polished. They think you have to be smooth. You have to be, really confident in front of a camera. Well, to a degree, yes, but most people now, studies have shown, I think there was a Canadian study that was done that shows that people are just sick of these polished turds all over the internet saying, how great their life is and how, they Photoshop all these pictures of themselves and, they're floating on clouds and stuff. But the study has shown that these are also some of the most unhappy people there are. That their life isn't as great as they say it is. They're not nearly as happy as they're trying to put on that they are. And the general public is just sick of that kind of shit. I'm sick of seeing it. Come to think of it, I mean, how many douchey car videos are out there of all these guys, like, I can teach you how to, resell someone else's shit and make $1 million online. And, like this one dude, he's, I guess he's a Brit or an Aussie. He's here in the U.S. and he has this, this grand video where you tour his home office, and he has a motorcycle like set up in his living room or something. Shit. What kind of, what the hell was that? Who does that kind of shit? But anyway, be real, be yourself, flaws and all. When I do these videos, I don't like the fact that I get a lot of reflection off of my glasses. I might have something up on my desktop that I'm kind of talking about, but, I just kind of like ad lib a lot of this stuff, so I'm not really looking at notes and stuff like that, but I still get a lot of reflection off of my glasses depending on the lighting. I try to use a ring light to kind of illuminate my face a little bit more. I don't get a lot of reflection from that. You may see it occasionally on my glasses, but the biggest thing that really reflects is the computer screen. And, I'm showing you my desktop, just kind of like different backgrounds and stuff, because I haven't finished setting up the green screen behind me, even though I've been home for, 4 or 5 days now. And I'm actually getting ready to take my father out to lunch today, just because, they help me out when I go out on deployment and stuff. I park my truck over at their place to keep an eye on things, and that really helps me out. So I'm taking my dad out to lunch today. But the whole point is, like, even when I get on these videos and stuff, like I said, there's stuff about these videos that I don't like. They're flawed. I know that it's flawed. But, the takeaway here is like I was saying, is be real. Be a real person, flaws and all. Whether the video is perfect, whether you stumble a little bit, it is what it is. I mean, you can take some of that stuff out. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done videos and I start coughing, especially if I have a cold or something. Like I've had a little bit of like a touch of a cold since I've come back from California. I cut most of that stuff out. I mean, every once in a while I got to clear my throat, but it's in the middle of what I'm talking about, so I don't really chop that up, especially for these videos. But even for these videos, most people don't want to see you hacking up a lung. Sometimes I kind of pause, I say a couple times, I try not to say that, that's like one of the biggest sins of public speaking and stuff. But like I was saying in the last video, Be More, Do More, Have More, and even in my 5 Minutes with Charles video, which kind of got published late Wednesday night, but it didn't get picked up by Facebook until like the following day. I talk about your mindset, getting out of your head and being in the moment. That's kind of what this is all about. That ties in, being yourself ties into with what I was talking about before, getting out of your head and sharing your message and not being selfish by being shy, because that's the bottom line. If you're shy, you need to change your thinking about being in front of a camera or talking to groups of people, because you are robbing your audience of the opportunity or the benefits of your experiences, your skills, your expertise. And that's not fair. That's not fair to them. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your product or your service, and you have to share it. You have to communicate with people. You can't be afraid to get up in front of people and talk. So once you get to the point of where you put that into proper perspective, what I was talking about in strategic thinking is, remember, you're there for them, not for you. You are there for them. You're in front of the camera for them. You are in front of an audience for them, not you. Get out of your head and and just do it. If I don't get that, I still kind of like stumble with this whole process because, like I said, I'm ad-libbing this. There's no script or anything. I'm just kind of like talking about stuff as it comes off of my head. So, I even like, where I'm just like firing stuff off rapidly, it's because I have been doing this for 20 plus years. I have done it hundreds of times. I've done about 100 videos. I've probably done just about as many, like seminars and conferences and stuff like that, where I have gotten in front of groups of people and talked. And I've probably done it at least 100 times when I was in Toastmasters too. It comes with practice. You got to practice, whether you're standing in front of the mirror or you just turn the camera on and you never share that video with the world. But the thing is, you're practicing, and then you review that video, watch your mannerisms, watch how you speak, how you talk, your facial expressions, your eye contact, paying attention to that, and then trying to eliminate the ahs and the ums and stuff from your video. They're all little improvements. And by just doing that, you are already placing yourself in like the top 1%. I talked about the 99 versus the 1% also in the last couple videos. By trying to discipline yourself, you're already placing yourself heads and shoulders above the competition, or whatever the case may be. practice what you're doing, get out of your damn head, and pay attention to the audience. Be there for your audience. So with that, I got to get out of here. I got to go get a shower, get changed, and I'm taking my dad out to lunch. So you have a great Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Have a great weekend. No videos over the weekend, but I may do another 5 minutes with Charles video just to get kind of caught up with that and stay on that program anyway. And, I got some more marketing stuff that I'm working on that's going to be coming out. So it benefits you guys. That's why I do what I do, because I know what I got can help you. So if you're watching this, pay attention, because I'm sharing this process as I'm learning and going. And as I said in my last Raw video yesterday, your level of self-discipline is directly your level of material success is directly related to your level of self-discipline. Will Smith said it great. And actually, I got to post that video in the group too. So anyway, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Thank God it's Friday. Take care. God bless. Love, peace, and chicken grease.